up in Everett. That newspaper came out with an editorial this morning that wants to stick with the current auditor that we have in place, Pat McCarthy, in saying that Pat brings leadership to the table, a wealth of experience. My challenge with her wealth of experience, she's had 35 plus years in the public sector. And within that 35 plus years, she's never had a reason to step foot into the private sector, which a lot of us have had to do over time. The challenge that I see within the auditor's office today, and I've tried to explain this to the editorial boards as I've talked with them, is that in just the last two major audits that were done, there's probably $2 billion that have gone missing. And there's no identifiable trail as to how that money is going to get found, recollected, and picked up, or how they're going to address so that we don't have those problems in the future. Now, she does address very clearly, and the editorial kind of glows on this one, that she's identified the fact that she has cybersecurity people or specialists that she's pulled on board, that they can now use AI to flush out what might be bad behaviors, and as a result, they caught someone finally this last year. Well, in my mind, I'm not trying to go for any gotcha moments. I'm trying to figure out, I think that what this state needs, this state needs to get back to process and systems that are accountable. And I don't think that our school systems have a finance problem. Now, I realize some people are going to argue with it, then why are they trying to close down schools in the Seattle district? Well, they are trying to close some of them down, and I think that because sometimes they're getting caught up in this idea of gotcha moments. When our revenue coming into the school systems are at a record all-time high, we're about $18,000 per student on average statewide. Some of the schools in Seattle are upwards of $26,000 per student. Which means then, there are some areas in this state that are significantly less than the $18,000 per student. I don't know which districts those are. I haven't gone back in to take a look at that. It really doesn't matter to me right now. My point is, our student test scores are declining, our revenues are climbing, and yet nobody's being held accountable to what's going on. The auditor can help out in what they call process and systems. Somehow, we need to be able to review what are the processes involved in our education system that are failing our children, that are failing our families, and that are failing the state. Number two, we look at compliance audits. Compliance audits are when a law is passed and people responsible for implementing those laws decide to not support it. We had that happen this last year when the citizens put forth an initiative that says we want to, as Jim talked about, we want to have parents be notified within the school system. And yet we have a superintendent of public instruction says, I'm not going to follow that law. So I'm here to tell you that as an auditor, I would declare very loud and very clearly to the people that this organization, OSPI, is not supporting the citizens' right to have parents be notified. We also have the ability to make sure that as an auditor, we can put forth better policies to ensure that the legislative body can encourage better laws. And all I'm saying there then is that we have a lot of regulations that are on the books, some created by the legislature, some created by agencies. And we have this last year, a ruling that came out at the federal level that said that agencies do not have the ability to create law like the legislature. Well, that's at the federal level. No one's really testing the waters to find out how that would play through here at the local level, meaning at the state level. I'm here to tell you that from the constitutional standpoint, I believe that the Constitution is very clear that the auditor is the eyes and ears of the people. I believe that the people should have every right to know what's going on within their government. And I'm here to tell you that I need your vote, as well as everybody else on this executive team. We need your votes, but more importantly, I think, yes, it'd be nice to get more money, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be about more money, necessarily. It's going to be about everybody doing their part to help get their neighbors out, to get themselves out, to get their family members out. I know that within my own home, I have children that have not actually cast their ballots, that they kind of held on the sidelines. If we can get everybody to step out, all these undervotes, you hear the thing called undervotes that are out there. If we can get people to step out that have actually picked up a ballot and voted for president and for the initiatives, if we can get them to stay at their ballot long enough, then to vote for the executive team and on down through, we can actually move the dial. I think you'll find that the undervotes in the primary election, for example, the undervotes are about 100,000 votes where people cast their ballots, but on the down ticket candidates, they didn't cast a vote. Now, if 100,000 votes in the primary would have been cast in, that would have raised us all up by probably another 5 to 6 points. In the general election, we're looking at probably 80-85% of the people casting their ballots. We need to make sure that the undervotes do not occur on our races. So I'm here to ask you, I've got this little guy here. Someone asked, why is this? And this is what I'll close with. This is a ladybug on a sticker, and I'll be happy to take it. But more importantly, what I'd like you to do with that ladybug and the sticker, take it, take a picture of it, wherever you put it, wherever you stick it. In fact, it's good enough, you can actually take it off and post it somewhere else and take a picture there too. But take a picture of the ladybug and post it out on social media. And this is the reason why. Ladybugs bring good luck. Okay? Ladybugs are the good bugs in a garden. Ladybugs eat the aphids. Aphids are the bugs that eat up a garden. So if we want to make this state the evergreen state, a greener state, I think we need to find more ladybugs that are willing to eat more aphids, and the aphids being the bad policies and the bad players that are taking this state down. So if you can help me push this ladybug out there, that one doesn't cost anyone anything, just a little bit of time. But I think we need everybody to get involved in that social media and to push these messages that we have, whether we're talking about the rights that we're trying to reverse on the gas ban and all that, to the candidates we have running for office. Have everybody stand in and vote for those initiatives. Have them vote for the Republican candidates, because now is the time to change out the executive team. If you change the players, you can change the future outcomes. I'm Matt Hawkins. Please vote for Matt Hawkins for auditor. Thank you.